would you be kind enough to share with our audience a bit more on enterprise change management and what your purpose and your mission, your vision, and going forward, what is what's the plans for you?
Yeah, thank you, Jay. So for me, as I touched on it just when you said about your audience and I guess maybe educating them or sharing with them more about my experiences is on the public speaking side of things. So I've always had public speaking as a hobby. The last sort of 15, 17 years, I've always been a part of Toastmasters International. I'm also part of the Professional Speaking Association in the UK. And so I've just always had public speaking as a hobby. And again, the reason for that is because it's very hard, it's very difficult. And that's just, drawn me towards it, right? I think I mentioned earlier, it's the second biggest fear after dying, right? So I was like, oh, yeah, that sounds difficult. That would be for me. So I've always just had that in the background. And now, I'm combining the sort of my passion for public speaking along with my passion for change management and deploying projects and basically talking to audiences on podcasts like these, on keynote stages, just to get that message across. And, for me, it's a very personal journey, Jay, because sort of growing up, and, we mentioned like some of my first roles, I never had like any mentors or like sort of people showing me the way. And my going back even further, like my mother unfortunately committed suicide when I was 5 years old. And my dad was killed whilst on holiday when I was 21. Got hit by a bus in India, and I had to fly over and cremate him during my final year exams at university. And then my stepmother died when I was like 29. So a lot of sort of traumatic experiences have shaped my life, and at the same time, devoided me of like any mentors or sort of people that I, in my life, I sort of looked up to. But, it was that sort of guidance, somebody holding my hand, showing me, what the pitfalls are, like that I've always sort of had a shortage of, or felt I've had a shortage of. And so to sort of flip that and add value where I can, I'm pushing on the public speaking side to be like, hey, here's what I've learned in the last 15, 17 years. And if it can be of value to you, if it can be to value of your audiences now, like, then I'm happy to share that experience. So that experience comes in the form of change management and, all the processes that are associated with delivering technologies and delivering projects, either in the cyberspace, in the property and construction world, or, in the fitness modeling world as well.